Friday. Oh, my computer's making noise. Turn that shit off. Knock that shit off, computer. You ever seen one of these, Big F?
Can't say I have.
All right.
Got a degree with that one.
I love that you got chirped about that because you do have what is essentially a computer. You have an iPad, you have a keyboard, and you've been blogging more lately. But whatever. We take shots every now and then. We got some drama to talk about in the world of sports, in the world of Barstool, in the world of this show. A lot going on. I think one of the best July days of sports I've ever seen yesterday. Just wildness, craziness. It is me on the show. It is me, Ben Mintz, and Big Ev. And as often on Fridays, we have a studio audience member of one. It's Nate, who's watching. Thank you very much, Nate. So yeah, here we are. We can take it so many ways. There's so many. The trade deadline. Rizzo's a Yankee. Westbrook is a Laker. We'll definitely dive into all that shit. But there are two guys on the show. At least one of them's on the show every day. Another one is on the show whenever he feels like it. Rico Bosco. Rico Bosco and Big Ev, I think we've got a little bit of things we need to work out as a family. And Rico is in here often. Dave tweeted out last night, or at least the Dave Portnoy show tweeted out, that Rico has to be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of next week, or Jeff Nadeau is going to be hired on the spot. Now, I don't have any input on hiring or whatever, so if that happens, it happens. I have received a text message from Rico saying he'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so I don't know how that's going to work. Is that a compromise? Is that going to work? But this morning it was mentioned that there you go. There's your tweet from the Dave Portnoy show. If Rico Bosco doesn't come in for Pick Central Monday, Wednesday, and Friday beginning next week, Jeff Nadeau can replace him. And I see it says beginning next week. It doesn't say next week. So that means from now on that he has to be on Pick Central Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So he has texted me. He said he'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I assume that'll be a worthy compromise. We'll see. But it was announced this morning on the Kirk Minahan show that we all love and listen to. On the Kirk Minahan show that Rico Bosco will be the new member of Team Minahan, which can't keep people around. I don't understand why that would be. But so Kirk replacing a teammate who cheated last week. First-class guy, Kirk. He doesn't cheat. So he announces that Rico Bosco is the new member of Team Minahan. There you go. Finally, it's good consolidation. Get the two worst human beings in the company on the same team. But it affects Big Ev because, Big Ev, you tweeted out there was a handshake agreement between you and Rico Bosco that you, he, and Kelly Keegs would be a team, and he didn't tell you anything about. He didn't warn you about this. He knifed you in the back.
Ooh.
Big Ev, your thoughts?
Listen, I saw it, and I was blown away, Brandon. It's just one of those things where I think everyone in this show knows. I don't think there's anyone that's had Rico's back more than myself. I've been a guy that's constantly in his corner. It was shocking, but it wasn't shocking. It was one of those things it was never shocking to see it to anyone else, but you always thought, he preaches, we're family. Like, I'm in the family.
Right.
I thought we were family. We're people who...
You have ridden with this guy through thick and thin.
We hang out outside the office. We talk about each other's personal lives, families, friends. I considered close friends. I said, I was like, in some places there's work friends and there's real friends, and that line, I considered a real friend.
So,
and I was hurt by it. To me, it's not about the dozen. It's an awesome show, and Jeff does a great job with it. Everyone knows that. But it wasn't about the show. It's principle. He's a man of principle. I also, by chance...
Is he a man of principle?
He preaches that.
I mean, some things is a nice slogan for a shirt, but does it get preached in real life? That's my question.
Because my takeaway is that, to me, it was that we had an agreement. He was actually the one that recruited me to the team. I had other pitches from other people. Wow. One of them may have been actually in this room to be on a team. I turned down multiple other offers because I like this team, and I thought Enrico was also the first one to make contact about a team. So I was like, I liked the team. I thought we had a good team. I thought we had two strong sports guys. We had Keegs, who I thought was going to fill a gap that we definitely needed. A little older than some other girls, too. I thought we were going to have a wide range of knowledge. I thought we were going to have a good, strong team that could make a run at this thing. And then the second he got what he considered a better opportunity, that was over.
That's tough. Because I believe in the some things philosophy. I believe that it's a good philosophy. I don't know that other people actually live it. I think they use it as a crutch and I'm not talking about Rico personally. I'm just talking about in general. I think some people can take that some things philosophy and maybe make it a big deal where they don't really live their life by that. But, I guess the question needs to be asked right now. Big Ev, are you a writer?
No.
Wow.
Oh! Wow.
Right now, no. I would.
Wow.
Who would I look like bending over, getting fucked in the ass, and turning around and saying thank you?
Oh,
like
boy.
who would I be to do that? That's not me.
No, you're a man of principle.
I'm not going to sit here and say and just deal with that. That's just not how I'm going to respond to it. I can't.
So that is,
I just don't live that way. I'm not the. I said around here, I have a lot of friends in the office, but I definitely keep to myself in certain things. He's one of the people that I genuinely let into my circle and considered a close friend. So it hurt much more coming from someone like him, coming from someone who.
I mean, this wasn't just a colleague. This was a.
This was I said it. I'm a blog is in the works about it. I'm going to finish it when I get off the show. Listen, he was someone who, when my grandmother died, he gave me a card with all the Pick Century Boy signature.
He did.
That meant the world to me. I'm dead serious. All seriousness.
Yeah.
That meant a lot to me. I was like, that was a very, very kind gesture. That's a friend gesture. He's someone who, if I was getting married, I probably wouldn't invite a ton of people from the office. If I was going to get married, he would be one of the people that would get invited.
Wow.
It would genuinely, it hurt. It's a principle thing. It's not about just dozen trivia. It's not about content. It's not about followers for me. There's certain friendships that are legitimate, and I felt like he stabbed me in the back.
If we could just pop that phone number out there, Za, on the screen, we can go ahead and Rico Bosco, if you're out there anywhere. I mean, some things, my God, 646-291-2437. I know Kirk is a very smart guy.
I did a hit on Kirk's show, actually, just before I walked in.
Great trivia player, Kirk.
Just a 3-minute hit. He just asked me what happened. I told him what happened, and he apologized for the way it went down like that. I said, listen, Kirk, it's not your fault. You weren't aware. You weren't trying to poach him from my team.
Yeah.
He made the move on his own. Rico's a big boy.
Is winning worth throwing away friendships, Rico? Is that all you're about? Just winning? It's questions that need to be asked. I'm not asking them. I'm just saying it's questions that need to be asked. Rico, 646-291-2437, brother, if you want to call in.
And I texted first. I was like, so the team's a no-go, huh? And he just, here, I'll read what I said this morning.
All right, did Rico text you back?
He did. No, he didn't.
All right.
I said, so I guess that team we had is a no-go, huh? He said, he just texted me. My bad. I'll probably get thrown off anyway. I said, just when you think you know a guy. He said, I'm on till. I didn't respond.
Oh.
He's the victim.
Boy. It's tough to it's tough to see. It's tough to see. Listen. I have a dozen trivia team that I carry by myself, and listen, it's tough. I'd love to be over.
And you would never pluck a player off another team.
No, I would never, Nate. I would never fucking do that. I would never do that. But I am a. You all right?
I was just laughing because what Nate's talking about, because that exactly happened. But
yes, Ben, that's the fucking joke.
Yes, Benjamin.
I love you, Ben.
I mean, I'm the joke a lot too. My bad.
No, it's okay. It's all right. There goes Big T, one of the four guys who was in the running for least productive at the company, according to Dave Portnoy, which was, we don't have to talk about that one. That was all fun and games, I thought. I do like the you're getting heat for not having a computer. You do have, you have the iPad and the keyboard, and you have the whole setup. You just don't have.
I'll be honest, I didn't have one for a little bit. I had one that didn't work. So I didn't have one in college. Basically, when I would need to do papers, I told the story. When I would need to do a paper, I would just take a Vyvanse. I would go to the library at 8 a.m. and I would not leave. I would do it start to finish. When I need to use a computer, that's what I would do.
Can we see that picture again?
I walked in for my first day of my Barstool internship. I didn't have a laptop. I was mocked. So then
I love how tiny that thing is. It's smaller than the Orlando Pace picture.
It's got a keyboard though. It works. I've been blogging off it. It works. So I got that for Christmas. But when I was an intern, I didn't have a laptop when I came in. So the first 2 days of my internship, I just didn't have a laptop. And everyone was like, "Yo, like, what's your deal?" And I just did not own one. I did not currently have one at that moment. I got a little graduation money. I believe my first day was a Wednesday, so it was like that weekend. Went to Best Buy, bought a laptop, so then I had one for work. Had one for a little bit. It got some viruses. It's been kind of fucked up. That definitely contributed to my lack of blogs for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But I've got a new thing now. It's working, and we're going.
Somebody says in the chat, why is Nate on the show? Great question. It's one that I'm asking myself right now. I let Nate on the show about 6 weeks ago, and then he decided it's Nate Fridays now. But he's in the audience. He's just providing feedback. He's not hurting anybody. Are you?
No.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Somebody says, how's the Cracking Aces merch doing, Nate Dogg?
Very well. Yeah.
good. Good.
Above expectations, on pace. Everything's doing good.
On
Download,
pace.
rate, subscribe.
Has Ben Mintz helping with that?
Not as much as you could be.
Every single
Not plugging
time
the
you-
merch, Ben?
I'd reach what? Okay.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay, Ben.
I feel like I'm definitely the most responsive on our group. Just
Just rattling you,
Okay.
Ben.
Ben
Just rattling you.
Ben feels like he's on the hot seat right now.
Yeah.
I love being part of the Poker Podcast. I'm happy to be a part
It's a
of it.
very good podcast.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, got a lot of potential.
It's my favorite podcast about poker at Barstool.
Thank you, Brandon.
Will you quit being so goddamn genuine?
I mean, I think that's kind of what the charm of it, no?
All right. So a lot of things to talk about in the sports world. I have texted Rico Bosco to please call. I gave him the number and said please call, and no answer yet. So
Crickets.
crickets. Oh, little cellulite there. That's okay. You know, we're trying. 646-291-2437 if you want to call. We got some callers here that want to talk about Rico, that want to talk about the NFL. Let's take a call or two. Let's just go ahead and take one. I do want to talk about Westbrook to the Lakers because that's gigantic. I do want to talk about the MLB trade deadline. The Yankees are doing things that are like loud, but I'm not sure how effective they are. Like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But
well, no, we need lefties.
I'll let you.
We need lefties really bad. The Gallo move and the Rizzo move, obviously both power hitting lefties. We have the short porch. And Rizzo, I think, is a clear sign that I think Luke Voigt is probably going to get moved today. He's going to slide into first base. I think this move needs to follow getting a pitcher as well. I saw a tweet this morning. We're in at the top of the list for Barrios from the Twins.
Yeah, I think the
which
Padres
I still don't know if really that is going to put us over the hump, but I'm curious to see because on a few levels, Rizzo's a great player. Definitely plug him into that 3 or 5 hole. That's going to be fantastic at first base. Gallo over Gardner is a massive, massive, massive upgrade.
Yeah.
I just appreciate that we're going for it. Like, I feel like they at least we're going for it. We're not just quitting on the season. Cashman's trying to make the right moves. We also haven't given up a ton of capital for these two guys. I think the highest ranked prospect in our system we've given up is 9th or 10th. So I'm perfectly fine with that. And I feel pretty good about the moves. I'm excited. We got a couple Paisans. I also love that. Get out of Joey Gallo and
Real
Tony
ones
Rizzo.
or fake ones?
No, Gallo and Rizzo.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's as
just,
Italian
you
as
know,
it
on
gets.
the show we get a problem with fake Italians sometimes. So all right, here we go. Let's. Do y'all want to do a call? I want to talk about Westbrook to the Lakers. What? Oh, is he on?
He's on.
Line 6.
All right, here we go. Some things, brother. Some things. Rico, you know what's out here. Big Ev is hurt. What do you think?
I'm not operating correctly. He's got every right to tell me to go fuck myself.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
not. I told you. I had a bad clam. I fucking carrying things to the fucking beach. I got Portnoy coming for my head. It's not really an excuse, but you're right. I let my buddy down. I should have jumped in the hole, and he's got every right to tell me. I just told Kirk I'm not doing it.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So, which is not. You're not supposed to do. You're not like I don't want him to think it's second option. But Ev, I fucked you. My head's not there. I also didn't think it meant that much.
Some things.
Like it's like it's another it's part of the it's kind of like a reality show with the dozen, you know. Like I'm helping Jeff, but I fucked you. You're right.
It's a principle thing. Because listen.
I did.
You've seen
fucked
Dave.
up.
You've seen Dave's Twitter. You're not the only one taking shots from Dave this week. I've carried
Yeah, I
things to the
fucked
beach
up.
before. I've eaten a bad clam or two. I'm just
You're right.
listen.
I
I'm
fucked up.
where I said it. I talked about the card you gave me, my grandmother. I said there's work friends, there's real friends. I consider you a real friend. It was one of those things. It's not about the dozen. It's a principle thing. It's a foxhole guy thing. I was like things have went down with other people. I was like never with me though. I was always in the right place. We always did right by each other until today. I was always in your corner.
Well,
You know who might come after? You know who might come after me worse, and I'm a little more scared is the Keeg monster.
the Keeg monster. She'll probably come at you for that name.
Yeah, I'm trying to be friends with. I mean, no, I'm just saying she could fuck some people up too. So.
Okay, all right. So you're not doing it with Kirk, and you have apologized to Big Ev. Am I hearing that right?
Yeah, as I should. He should tell me to go fuck myself. If I don't have a spot on his team, I'm a man with no country.
Big Ev.
I had bad clams this week. I'm fucked up.
Big Ev, the man called and apologized to you. That says a lot.
I'm definitely not. I'm not a turn down apology guys. I'll accept apology guys. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to jump back on the team with them.
Is that ship sailed?
I'm going to need to think about that.
Interesting.
He's got every right.
I'm going to need to think about it.
Huh? That's
He's got every right.
Because how would I look getting fucked like that and then turning around just being like, oh, like it's all good.
Okay.
No
all right.
worries.
Rico, you got anything else, brother?
Yeah, I apologize. I mean it.
Okay. You going to be here next week?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
All right. I look forward to it. Some things. The man's a man of honor. He fucked up. Told you he fucked up. You guys will fix it in time. All sounds good. Rico, thank you very much for calling in. I appreciate it. We do have one more interesting we do have one more person who wants to weigh in. I don't know really where they're coming from, what they want to say. So who is David Cullinane? What do you want? What do you guys want?
Hello, Brandon. How are you?
Hello, Kirk. I'm just fine, man. How are you?
Good. Good to talk. I haven't talked to you in a while.
I haven't talked to you. I texted you, but I haven't talked to you in a while. Yes.
True. So it sounds like Rico already called. We had Rico on. I talked to Ev earlier, too. I wanted no part of this being in the middle of the situation. Just want everything to be good. What is beeping, Dave?
I think I'm getting a call, maybe even from Rico.
Okay. Rico's calling us back.
Now there's nothing I can do. I don't know who it is.
I just want, I did not like what Rico did. I want to be clear about this because I've been in the middle of trivia controversy all week. My name, I want cleared in this entire thing. That's all I'm looking at.
You know what, Kirk? I'm just going to – I love when your name gets thrown in the mud. I'm often in the mud with you. I don't think you were catching anything off of this one. I think you were pretty free and clear.
But the whiff between the Trista stuff and this, to me – I want Rico and Ev to be on the team. I want those guys to shake hands, be done. If they're such good friends, life's too short. You know what I'm saying? These guys know this.
You're all about personal relationships, Kirk, and I appreciate that.
I'm trying to grow, Brandon, but now here's the problem. Once again, because I think Ev will eventually say yes. I'm a man without I need a third man now again.
I'll tell you what.
Who's the third man?
That's interesting.
Tony Schiavone.
So you have an opening on your team. Well, that's interesting. Maybe by next week you can talk to somebody and figure that out.
Okay. Somebody I know or no?
Oh yeah, I would think somebody you know pretty well.
Okay.
I like the
I
like the wrestling analogy you used there.
Well, I'm a big fan of the podcast. I'm a wrestling guy. So there you go.
You and Harry Minahan. I appreciate that. You're my only two in New England.
That's right.
Big Ev, anything to say to Kirk? Kirk's leaving. Okay, Kirk was done.
No, me and Kirk already spoke.
Okay.
I did a couple minutes on the show.
Thank you, Kirk.
We're good.
All right, so that's Kirk. That's. I was hoping we would have some needless teenage drama today.
Here we are.
I think you and Rico will be able to shake and
I can appreciate that he apologized because he doesn't usually do that with most people right away. I can appreciate someone who admits immediately they were wrong.
Yeah.
I can appreciate the thought process that he's thinking the trivia, it's not a big deal, but I don't always verbalize it maybe the same way that Rico does, but I am a man of principle. I'm someone who, like I said, I keep my circle relatively small. People that I let in, I let you in because I really, really trust you. I don't trust many people. And he was one of those guys. So from him, it just hurt a little more. It stung.
But we march forward.
I'm going to march forward regardless. I'm not going to. Yeah, I can't sit and cry about it.
The dozen is going to tear this company apart. The trivia competition is going to tear this company apart. Not me. I'm 2007 LeBron on the Cavs. Will I go to the Heat eventually? I don't know. Who knows?
Man.
Who knows?
Wow.
Who knows? We'll see. It's just,
taking that loss this week kind of hard, huh?
I don't know. No,
I think that's a big deal that you just said out loud that you are willing.
I said eventually. I think everybody.
That was like when LeBron first brought up the Knicks, even though I hated doing that because I hated comparing LeBron to Brandon, but I think that just made my skin
Brandon's
crawl
looking at other teams one game into the season.
No, I'm not. Hey, I'm 3 games in the season.
He's already thinking about season 3 and season 2.
I'm always. Are you not looking at options down the line? I bet Pat Mahomes knows what's going on in 2028. I bet his agent's looking for it. I'm just saying. It's not about me, Nate.
In 10 seconds, you've compared yourself to LeBron and Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, who else should I? Gretzky with the Oilers.
There it is.
Jordan. There's some early Babe Ruth comparisons that could be made.
Who's your Pippen?
Mostly in body type. Huh?
Who's your Pippen?
I'd love to have a Pippen.
Wow.
So he doesn't have it, so you're saying you don't have one.
I got Judd Bushler and Craig Hodges right now.
Yikes.
Wow.
So anyway, no. It's fine. It's fine.
Wow.
Oof.
Hey, so Westbrook to the Lakers. Huh?
Wow.
Westbrook to the Lakers.
That happened.
Yeah. Huge. Is that going to work?
No.
Nate, you're talking too much. No, you can talk some. Nate, I want you to. Are you good at math?
I have a calculator.
For every 15 words over here, I want 1 word from you.
That would be way too many words.
Oh, you think like 1 out of 100?
Closer to that.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at this tweet.
Yeah, I got a DM from him yesterday. Oh wow, you unfollowed me, huh? I like if you get hired here again, I'll follow you again. But I listen. Brandon Walker struggles enough to maintain proper work relationships. If I'm just got to make sure I'm keeping the car in the middle of the road. Okay, so if you were to get hired, it wouldn't be my decision. If you get hired again, I'll follow you again. And I'll include you, but I'm not. I'm not going to be talking over the fence. You all right?
Yep, good.
Lot going on.
Not an attack, just one cough, single cough.
So Russ to the Lakers. Will it work?
For sure not.
That was good. I like you getting me back on topic.
Yep.
I appreciate that. Russ to the Lakers, will it work? So first of all, I feel like you are losing some glue pieces. I'm not a big Kuzma guy, but KCP.
Brandon, they have no one that can shoot now.
Well, there's more free agency and there's more things
Of
they're going to
course,
have to
but
do.
I'm saying they gave up 2 shooters for
Right.
someone who cannot shoot. I thought the move for Buddy Hield would have made their team much better. There's this thing with the NBA where people are so caught up in name brand and name value. Buddy Hield will help this team win more than Russell Westbrook will. Russell Westbrook might be more athletic. He might put up more numbers. He might even be just a better player. Buddy Hield will help this team win more. He would help this team win more.
Can you take Westbrook, create a three-headed monster of just bizarre athleticism and otherworldly skill, and fill in the gaps with cheaper shooters? I don't know that you can. I think shooting is a lot more expensive than it used to be. I think it's a lot more premium than it used to be. So it's going to be tough. But they will have to find the shooting somewhere. And the problem with Westbrook is Westbrook's skill set is like a dollar store version of LeBron's skill set, right? So LeBron needs the ball. LeBron is going to get you, he's going to get you 28, 12 and 10. Westbrook needs the ball. He's going to get you 24, 12 and 10. He's just going to take more shots to do it. Where does it fit? Now, if Westbrook takes a diminished role and just fills in if he tries to Chris Bosh it, maybe it works. I don't know. But boy, it's also he's not young. These are not young people we're talking about.
I just feel like with this team, obviously, like you said, they're going to add more pieces. They're going to do some shuffling around, hopefully make some moves for their sake. But with those 3 guys, your 3 best players, you're going to have to just bully people, out-athlete people, and I just don't think that's how you win in the NBA right now, and especially with LeBron and Westbrook. Listen, they're both still great athletes. They're on the decline, both of them. They're not getting better. They're only getting worse.
He's going to be 37 years old this year.
He's obviously still a great player. He is not the same player he was in the Cavaliers or the Heat.
No, this isn't peak LeBron for sure. And then the older you get, the more prone you are to injury in the playoffs. I mean, you already lost AD in the playoffs this year, and that was it. So, Ben, you're a big basketball guy. Make sense of this. Well, you are. You know basketball.
Well, I do a little bit. I wouldn't call myself a big basketball guy. The one thing Westbrook, maybe he can help get him through the season a little bit on resting LeBron and AD.
Meaning when they do their load management, they're not just completely vulnerable to a loss.
Yeah, like last year when LeBron or AD got hurt, they were just dead. By having Westbrook, at least, that'll help them get through the season a lot more. And they feel like because they've got such star power, they can use their veteran exceptions and all their, do the thing where you bring in like good role players for $1.2 million or the you see that sometimes, like maybe they're counting on veterans just being like, hey, I want to jump on this team, and they don't have to spend as much money on the middle to back part of their roster. That's the most sense I can make of it.
Man, oh man, yeah. I just I don't know. The Wizards are completely. Beal's got to be getting out of there pretty quick too, right?
No, he said yesterday that he doesn't want to leave Washington. His agent said it on the record, like, I want to stay in D.C.
Okay.
I believe it.
You believe it?
Yes.
All right.
I think they just got rid of Westbrook's contract.
Of course, a lot. Yeah. And I guess
you could build something now.
You could go out and
the Wall contract's gone, and now the Russ contract is gone, and that's the 2 handcuffs.
So they're starting over with money, and they're able to build something a little bit.
Just got a couple young assets. At least Kuzma, young asset. KCP, at least a guy, a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
Very, like you said, it's crazy now.
I think KCP will eventually be a trade piece to get another little thing in there. Probably send him to a playoff contender and build a little bit, get a little younger. What did you think of the draft last night? So obviously, the top of the draft, Cade Cunningham is I think 4 was a surprise.
Yeah, Scotty
Barnes. Thank you very much. I think Memphis surprised everybody at 10. There were a lot of little surprises. No, I don't know if there were any gigantic. Oh my God, shake the earth.
The only one I would say was Book Knight falling to 11. I was very surprised by that. I think he's really, really good player. I was very surprised that many teams passed on him like that.
other second like Ayo to the Bulls, and I thought Ayo was a first round pick. See, I'm just way off on the NBA draft.
That was the one.
It's so projectable. It's so this. It's so that.
I cashed his over prop. I was excited about. He just seemed to me like one of those guys. Like just the way he plays, he's such a high volume shooter.
Think he's a college basketball player?
Like he's a great college. I just don't like that style of play. Is not going to work for him in the NBA. He's not good enough to do that.
Yeah, it's. What about Chris Duarte to the Pacers?
13.
You know, they're a pretty good team, and he's a guy that can probably he's 24 years old.
Crazy. Everyone was talking about how we drafted Obi last year. The Knicks. He's older than Obi is right now.
All right, Devin Booker is entering his 7th season. He is 8 months older than Chris Duarte.
Crazy.
What?
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah, he is 8 months older than Chris Duarte.
He's only 24.
Yeah. What's up?
The big surprise was the Spurs pick out of Alabama, the freshman Josh Primo.
Yes, he went really early.
Yeah.
He went 12th. His over under for draft pick was 27.
Wow.
By the way, how long will we just assume Greg Popovich and the Spurs to be a team full of geniuses? And
Fucking done with that.
Until he leaves.
I mean, it has to.
There's still a little part of me that'll always be like, he knows something I
whenever
don't.
you're gambling, you're always going to look at that. Well, I don't want to bet against Pop. I mean, they've been an average team for a while now. That once Duncan and Ginobili and Parker just aged out, once Kawhi Leonard left, they haven't put anything together. They haven't put anything interesting, or they're not doing anything on the trade market. They're not getting any exciting Europeans that they used to get. I mean,
2 straight years under 500.
So how long will we just will Pop be a deity forever? I mean, it's not like Phil Jackson had this long career after the Lakers dynasties stopped.
No, it's fair because I remember even when the Knicks drafted French Frank, the whole reason I sold myself on the pick
French Frank
was because Popovich wanted him really bad. That was the report. So I was like, oh, if Popovich wants him, must be good. He's a healthy scratch 90% of the time.
If I told you I was getting on Uber Eats and ordering us French Franks for lunch, you'd be excited, right?
Yeah, probably.
That sounds delicious.
It does sound
Brandon, let me
delicious.
tell you
Hot dog with a twist.
the Spurs for the last few years.
A lot of words.
Since they won the finals in 13-14, lost first round, lost semis, lost finals, lost first round, nothing. He's not as big of a genius as he wishes he was.
Seems like just since Kawhi got hurt and that Warriors thing, and it's.
Let's get some motherfucking calls. Let's see what the people want to say. Let's start with the boy. Start with the boy Mark in Philly. Mark, go ahead.
What's up, fellas? I'm happy that we were able to work out that that Pick Central family squabble between Big Ev and Rico. Hopefully all is well in the Pick Central family. But I've got another NFL future to discuss, and I don't think I'll get nearly as much pushback on this one as I did with Dallas yesterday, even though I don't usually take unders this low. But I'll go with the Jets under 6.5 wins. I believe in guys like Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields to step in right away and be NFL ready due to the competition they've played against and their experience in big moments. But I don't feel the same about Zach Wilson or the team he landed on. There's still a ton of questions about the Jets O-line and running game, and I have a ton of questions about Zach Wilson coming into the league and starting right away out of BYU. I think that step up in competition is going to be extreme, and there's going to be a massive learning curve for Zach Wilson, who was, by the way, the last rookie to sign. I know I'd want my rookie QB in as fast as possible. And then outside of that, I think their division has quietly turned into one of the best in football outside of them. The Bills are a perennial contender. The Dolphins are only improving and have an extremely high floor with Flores and that defense and the weapons they added on offense. And the Patriots, who added a ton and get a ton back from opt-outs, still went 7-9 with a terrible team last year. I don't see where the Jets are finding 7 wins, so I'll gladly go under 6.5 on the goddamn Jets.
All right. Hey, sounds pretty good to me. I like that one too. I do love.
You don't get rich betting on the Jets.
The point I love the most is the extreme jump in competition for Zach Wilson. Now, small school quarterbacks can succeed in the NFL. Absolutely, they can do it. BYU's not a small school, but they played small school competition last year.
They played a cream puff.
They played a weak
other than
schedule.
the Coastal.
They played a week, and they lost that one. He didn't get to 20 points. So Zach Wilson put up gigantic numbers against a very, very weak schedule. How is that? And plus, he's right. He just signed. He's just now getting to camp. I don't know if he's been in his book or whatever. Mark, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you. But just I love that under 6.5.
Who's their backup right now?
That I don't know.
Blank.
His other point. I mean, the AFC East really good. the Bills, I mean, that's 2 losses for the Jets. The Dolphins have gotten a lot better, and the Patriots, you can never really put them very, very low. So I like that one too. He's come in with some good calls.
The one thing on the I don't disagree with them at all. I do like the Jets hires. I always forget how you say Saleh. Is that how you say it? Robert Saleh, the defensive coordinator from the Niners.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I like he brought Matt LaFleur's brother, I believe, is their offensive coordinator. So he's, kind of peeling off that Shanahan tree, and I always just like the energy and the way the Niners play defense the last few years. But does that mean he can turn around the Jets in year 1 with a rookie? Probably not.
The backup is Joe Flacco.
That's right.
I forgot. I knew they signed somebody. I couldn't remember.
I actually love hearing you break down team totals or break down why a team's going to – because you always go to the coordinators. And you always break it down at that level. And I think that's the level that needs to be broken down
Flacco's
always.
on the Eagles.
Thank you, Brandon. I agree with you. College, I think that's a huge thing in college, too, with how much it changes.
Well, that's why I'm not high on LSU this year. You are.
Oh, you're right.
They hired
on the Jets
a
last
defensive coordinator that nobody else wanted.
The DC thing,
I'm just assuming he's going to be good.
I like the OC hire, getting the Brady offense back.
And Alabama, one of the reasons I don't love them this year,
Bill O'Brien.
they're going from Steve Sarkisian to Bill O'Brien's conservative ass. Like Steve Sarkisian was able to get everything out of those and make it exciting and everything. Bill O'Brien, that's not a sexy offensive coordinator hire to me.
No,
at least with what we've been seeing with them, with Lane's exciting offense, with Sarkisian's exciting offense.
And then they have Brian Dabble, who was there and then went to Buffalo, and it was the OC. I think he's still a Bills OC. Actually, he still is the Bills OC.
Let's see what we got here.
Just quick correction: Joe Flacco is actually not on the Jets. He was on the Jets last year. He's on the Eagles. Their 2 backup quarterbacks are Mike White and James Morgan, who have both never played a snap in the NFL.
I see your hands, TJ. Ben will read the ad right after this call, and this call is wanting to talk about college football and Rico. It's Jake in Texas. Go ahead, Jake in Texas. Jakey boy. Jake Town. Snake. Jake. J-Bug. Jays. Jakes. Tough.
Can't book them all. I guess.
Tough.
I guess he wanted to hear this IP vanish. Right?
Guess he did. He vanished.
Nice. Get started with IP Vanish with this limited time offer and save 65% off monthly and annual subscription.
65%?
That's a hell of a number, man. That's almost
It's a lot.
3 almost. IP Vanish is a virtual private network, a VPN for short. A VPN is a super important tool that helps you safely browse the internet. You can use a VPN on your computers, tablets, phones, and even things like your Fire Stick when you're streaming media.
Your tablets and your phones?
And your phones. When you use a VPN, all your data is encrypted. What you're reading, what you're searching, what you're watching is all protected. If you care about the security of your online activity, the easiest way to protect yourself is with IP Vanish VPN. Rated 4.7 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot, IP Vanish provides an encrypted connection for all of your internet traffic, helping to prevent websites, Wi-Fi providers, and even hackers from intercepting your data. You can help keep your financial details, personal information, and online activity safe from threats with IP Vanish. So get started with this limited time offer and save a whopping 65% off monthly and annual subscriptions by going to ipvanish.com/central. One more time, that's ipvanish.com/central. And I hear people like the VPNs in airports these days.
Really?
Yeah, I guess because airport connections people feel like may not be the most
Now,
secure.
when you watch porn in airports, you just do it right on the Wi-Fi network, right?
Sure, Brandon. I can't say I've watched porn in the airport in a while.
Oh, why?
In a while.
Why even fly?
Why even fly?
What do you do if you're flying and you're in 16B and you look over 16A and somebody's just watching just straight porn?
Join in.
It's just.
What are you gonna do? You're in a big tube.
I was at an airport bar in Birmingham. I was coming up here for the first time to Barstool, and then I had a 6 a.m. flight, but I was nervous, and I was like out at a Birmingham Best Western bar, and I was sitting there, and I look over at the guy, and there's this guy sitting there, and he's just watching the 2 chicks just go to fucking town. Sitting at the bar.
What?
And I'm like,
just a guy being a dude,
and it's not like I was looking like I was perving. It was like it was just there. It was obvious, and he was looking at it like a critic. Like he was going.
Right, I'm saying he wasn't watching it for his own pleasure.
Right.
He was watching for the artistic.
He was watching like I would watch the King's Speech or something. He's going, huh.
And you can do that.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's I never seen it on a plane though. So, whew. A lot of stuff.
Can I say we did bury the lead at the top of the show?
What was the lead?
Trent breaking 100
Can
last night.
I just say that don't ever say we on the show again?
Our show.
No, not our show.
Our Pick Central.
Well, you have to also remember, Brandon.
Our show.
Family.
Yeah, these three.
You did try to discredit his 100.
No, I didn't.
The other day you did.
No.
You literally said how you never play golf and you showed up at the course and shot a 96.
Was not discrediting Trent. Trent's come a long way. Trent's worked out. No,
But you were
but
like
wait,
you
whoa,
a little bit. You did a little bit.
I was trying to
not you.
Was trying to shine a light on this shocking that Riggs, who plays every day, shot a 103. That's shocking
right.
to me.
But I felt like there was some, when you say certain
let me
comments,
give you some background. Let me give you some background. There was a time in my life I played golf a lot. I played golf a whole lot, and I was really pretty good. I wasn't.
What were you at your best? What was the
at my very best? I mean,
at your peak.
I would say mid 80s, early 90s. Something like that.
So like a 12, 15 handicap.
Yeah. Never a single digit handicap. But I would go out there.
No, that's a solid golf.
My best score ever was a 78, and that only happened once. I've only broken 80 once.
I mean, that's really good.
But I've only broken 81. But that was when I was playing like 3 summers in a row. I don't play anymore. Once I had kids, I don't have the money to play golf. I just don't. But when I go out there, I know how to play. I can hit, and and the course I played in Mississippi, Elm Lake Golf Club between Starkville and Columbus, Mississippi. If you've never been to Columbus, wonderful place to get shot. So Elm Lake, not exactly. We're not talking about St. Andrews here. We're not talking about the most difficult thing in the world. So anyway,
fair enough. I just want to say that's a big. As a guy who has played a lot of golf, and I've probably broken 100 maybe once my whole life.
Oh, here we go. This has been a while.
Caught me.
This is making its return appearance to the to Pick Central.
I mean, I had to take a knife out of my back earlier. There's going to be some things that happen later on. I'm just working through it.
What'd you do with the knife? You still keeping it just in case you need it later?
I took it out. Yeah. I mean, no. I possessed the knife. Yes. I'm not a stab people in the back.
What an odd way to say it. I possess something. I possess the knife.
I have it.
Ben, you look like you want to say something.
I just thought that was interesting. So Rico apologized and you accepted, and then Rico. First of all, I respect your move for just thinking through the situation with the team, because he immediately realized his mistake, but he was just trying to throw ban. I mean, I believe he had a legitimate apology, but I think that was very smart of you to think through the
I've got to take some time. I'm not going to sit here and say that me and Rico are just never going to talk again. I'm not going to say that, obviously.
The most important thing we do here is a dozen, and you have to take every step you take in the dozen very slowly, and you can't just rush into anything. You can't rush anything. Like if you were to sign with the Miami Heat just in fucking one off season, I mean, you got to think about this.
Because I'm someone. Listen, I felt like I had a team last year. I thought we could have made a run. Like I remember I was on the team. I was the last team out. I was on the 69th team.
Nope,
I didn't get in the playoff.
Well, you know who squeezed you out there?
Yeah, kinda.
It was Rico.
Yeah,
Rico took a spot.
I mean, yes, but not directly.
Okay.
I mean, we botched some games that would have had us in the playoff.
All right, I keep getting, and if we can check, Nate, fact check this. If we can check, did Barrios just get traded? Jose Barrios just get traded to the Blue Jays? This has been in chat. Now, the chat will fuck me from time to time, so that could very well not be true.
I've seen it too, and I'm going to go ahead and tell DJ, take the Twins off my card today. I had them because Barrios was
Ken Rosenthal reported.
Who did?
Yeah.
Ken Rosenthal.
Ken Rosenthal?
Yeah, sorry. Barrios to Blue Jays, sources tell him.
Damn.
All right, George in
Yankees
Georgia.
go get an arm.
George in Georgia, you got a question about somebody's shirt here? What's up, George?
Yeah. First of all, Nate, thank you for letting me on your show. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Second of all, yeah, you said you had a bunch of Mike Tyson shirts. First of all, Rocky Marciano would have beat Mike Tyson's ass. Second of all, when did you become a Mike Tyson fan? Was it in July of 1991, perhaps?
Is this the same guy that called in yesterday and you just changed your name?
How could I change my name in a day? You know how long that takes? You got to go to court, legal process.
I think I like this.
This is the same guy that was Luke in New York yesterday. It's a no.
How did I get from New York to Georgia?
I was very clear. I was very clear yesterday that I was in awe of Tyson. I never said I was a huge fan of Tyson. I was in awe of Tyson. Tyson was the most otherworldly fighter we've ever seen. That was very clear.
That's silly.
What did he say?
Marciano. That's silly. He's riding for Marciano here.
Okay, go ahead. Keep talking. You know it's a Minute fan because they come up with one joke and they can't move on their feet. Keep going.
That's all right. You want jokes? Okay. You know, Holcomb and stand-up comedy, they give you a stool. What happens when you do sit-down comedy? Do they give you a pair of stilts? You know, why did body parts become descriptive words for a personality trait. The asshole is supposed to mean you're a bad guy. You realize how important the asshole is? When someone calls me an asshole, I say that's right. I'm not full of shit like you, Brandon.
I disavow him.
No. Stop. Let him keep talking. This is what you do with a Minifan. Let him keep talking. They have no personality outside of Kirk, so you just let them die on the fucking vine. Don't even make the sound effects. Keep going.
Okay, wait. I'm going to give the phone to my friend Trista Crick. Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon. I got a trivia answer for you. It's Suzuki. Yeah, his first name's Uchurura, but it's Suzuki. Uchurura Suzuki.
You know, people can hear you, right?
I'm the best caller who's ever called into your show, so you should be thanking me. Sir. Is this your show? This is the entirety of your show? You can't carry a conversation with your callers? That's sad. That's sad, Brandon. I thought you were better than this. Nate, let's talk. It's your show after all. I mean, come on. What are we doing? Why is Brandon still on the show, Nate?
That is what keeps Kirk Minahan employed. No wonder that motherfucker wants to kill himself every summer. Jesus Christ. That's the guy that called in yesterday. He was looking in New York. He tried to get off a couple of Minifans. Kirk, I love you, but you got to do something with these people. They're fucking the worst. You got to do something. I can't. I let him even try to unbury himself, but that's. Whew.
Before he said the sit down comedy thing, I actually think I really liked him. Up until that point, and then he just.
That was hard to listen to.
I need a shower.
It unraveled very fast.
Oh, man, I just I feel bad for Kirk. He deserves better than that representing him. Let's see. A couple more. Let's get our callers on here. And whenever I trust this state the most, I go to Ike in Iowa. Go ahead, Ike.
Guys, happy Friday. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Ike?
Guys, I got a future for you today in the NFL.
Go ahead.
Like the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll break it down for you. So, again, AFC West, I think it's getting better. I like us winning 5 games out of the 6. I'm going to give the Chargers 1. I think they'll beat us at least once. Home or away.
Yeah.
I think they can take one. We're playing the NFC East in our cross-conference. Big Ev, no offense. I'm taking all 4 of those games. That puts us to 9 wins. The rest of our schedule, we need to win 4 to cover 12.5. We have the Browns, Ravens, Titans, Packers, Steelers, Bengals. Sounds very tough. I like us to win against the Titans and the Steelers and the Bengals. That means we just need to win one of the 3, the Packers, Ravens, Browns. I think we can do it. Returning Super Bowl team. Again, I like us to win one of those 3 games. Again, the team coming off just a 2-loss season. They've won 12 games in the last 3 seasons.
Yep.
Again, we're adding another regular season. I'm really excited about the 12.5.
All right. Okay, so it's over 12.5. That's your pick?
Yep.
Over 12.5 for the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't hate it. Thank you very much, Ike. Let's tighten these calls up a little bit. I don't hate it. Here's what I do hate. Here's what I hate the most when I'm listening to somebody give me a pick. I don't want to hear you say we. Now, I am the biggest we guy there ever is when it comes to Mississippi State. You will rarely hear me give you a passionate Mississippi State pick. But I don't want to hear the word we. This guy's gone through the schedule, the Chiefs schedule, ever since it came out, and he has convinced himself how many games we are going to win. If we're gambling, I'm not about we. I'm about me. All right? Tell me why I'm going to win money. Tell me why that team is going to win. Don't tell me, oh, well, we are going to be pretty good, because your judgment, you're obviously a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. Your judgment is gone. It's lacking.
I actually had the same exact thing on my Boise under 9 wins. A kid responded, he's like, oh, no, like I usually agree with you, but you have no idea what you're talking about. He goes, I was like, I laid it out why I feel. I think the defense is allowed to clean up, new head coach, tough out of conference schedule, and I think the Mountain West is going to be high. So that's my honest, they're going to be good. He responded, he said, we got hit harder by COVID last year than everybody, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, we're going to win 11 games. We're going to win the Mountain West. I'm like, That's what you want to happen.
Right.
That's what it is. You just want that to happen.
Same thing happened on the show the other day when this guy gave Auburn under 7.
They've been coming at me on Twitter.
Gave logic, gave realism, gave everything, gave his opinion. And then an Auburn fan said, no, we hired a good coach. We have a good quarterback. You know your team more than anybody, but you sugarcoat everything. Everything. Now, having said that, Chiefs over 12.5. I don't know if it's a bad bet. Those offensive line questions scare me. They scare me. Am I going to get Patrick Mahomes for 17 games?
I like Kyle Long, though.
What's that?
Kyle Long
got hurt.
Oh, he did. Oh, I didn't see
But do I ever get Patrick Mahomes outside of his MVP year for every single game? I feel like I don't. So I just don't know. Like, if he's healthy all year, yes.
Also, I mean, those last 5 or 6 games he laid out was really tough.
No,
a lot. I mean, it was Packers, Bills,
Titans, Steelers.
Titans, Steelers. It was Titans, Steelers, Ravens, Packers, Bills,
and Browns,
and Bengals,
and Browns.
Breaking news: Carson Wentz out indefinitely as he undergoes further testing on a foot injury that he suffered at the end of Thursday's practice.
Oh no!
Oh,
indefinitely is the scariest word,
especially with Wentz's history.
Yep.
I think Achilles is the scariest word in sports. They never talk about your Achilles if it's in good health.
I'm adding.
They never say, "Look at that guy's Achilles." That guy got a strong one.
I'm jumping on the Brandon bandwagon and officially adding the Jaguars over with that news, Nate. Just right now.
I will make note of that.
Same division.
Okay, yeah.
Same division.
Yeah.
I already wanted it.
I was confused because we've been talking about the Eagles, we've been talking about the Jets, we've been talking about, and yes, you're right. Same division.
But, I mean, I already liked y'all's logic, so with that, I'm officially on it.
All right, Dave in Oklahoma. We'll just cruise through some more calls. Let's keep them tight, keep them good. They've been good so far outside the one guy. Go ahead, Dave in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm with you here in Oklahoma, good in Oklahoma City. I'm wondering how many years will it take for Mississippi State to actually beat Texas or OU when they come to the SEC?
Probably not very long. I mean, Oklahoma loses every year to Kansas State, even though they have a massive talent advantage. They lose to Iowa State quite often. Oklahoma will usually beat the Texases of the world, and they will win their big games, but then they will lose to someone unexpectedly, and will be a great unexpected. As far as Texas, we're 2-2 all time before, and Texas loses to bad teams and bad programs and smaller programs every single year. Texas is a 6-6 program, so I don't think it'll take very long.
How many years, sir? How many years?
With both or just one? See, I don't know when they're going to play. So I would say within 3 years we will have beaten one. Within 5 we will have beaten both.
Okay. Well, let's prove you wrong.
You didn't expect a real answer, did you? You cunt.
Cunt.
Cunt's so funny.
Cunt.
Oh, I love just callers that think they got you, and then they're fucking idiots. All right, man.
Y'all just got Texas and Omaha too. I know it's baseball.
Yeah. I mean, listen. There are a lot of reasons to respect and fear Oklahoma coming into the SEC. A lot. For teams like me and you, yeah, we got to look at Oklahoma like, oh, that's rough. But there are 0 reasons to fear Texas. 0. Over the last 10 years, Mississippi State has more wins than Texas. We're competing in the SEC West. All right, we're doing that against the Alabamas and the Auburns of the world. You're doing it against fucking Baylor and Texas Tech. Texas should come. Texas can't walk into this conference with their chest puffed out. Oh, will you ever beat us? Yeah, all the fucking time, probably. I mean, you'll have to worry about conquering Mississippi States and Ole Misses and Arkansas of the world before you ever even worry about Auburn and Alabama. Texas got a lot coming. Now, Oklahoma, respect. I mean, that's a national championship caliber team this year. I think they can win it all. But let's not act like they've just mowed through the Big 12 every year. They have one inexplicable loss every single season.
Brennan, they've been losing to Maryland every year.
Texas has.
Maryland's that's what I'm saying. Texas. No, of course, Oklahoma's great.
Texas is going to – the thing I've talked about on the show before, the trench stuff. They've been weak at the line of scrimmage, and the SEC D-lines are a huge part of what separates it. And they're going to have to really get a lot better at the line of scrimmage
again
in the SEC. But I like Sarkisian, though.
Respect OU fully. Texas, they're going to have to earn it from every. I mean, you can say Texas back, and then you go 7-5 in the Big 12. That shit ain't going to fly. Hit that second half.
You got it.
I got you, TJ. Don't cuss it.
Paint your life. Get a professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo at a truly affordable price. Choose from a team of world-class artists and work with them until every detail is perfect. User-friendly platform that lets you order a custom-made hand-painted portrait in less than 5 minutes total. It's a quick and easy process, and you can get your hand-painted portrait in about 3 weeks. Send any picture. It could be yourself, your children, family, a special place, or even a cherished pet. Or you can combine all your photos into one painting. At paintyourlife.com, there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited-time offer, get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word Central to 64-000. That's Central to 64000. Text Central to 64000. Paint your life and celebrate the moments that matter most.
Let's get a couple more calls, and we'll do our picks. Announcement: the picks competition has been boring and dreadful through the summer. It's we've been out so much. Big Ev's been leading. He's been fantastic.
I'm limping to the finish
right
now.
I don't want to give him any. He's been fantastic, been great. But we need stakes, and in August we will start. So every day. These are the new rules. No more than 5 picks a day. No fewer than 3 picks a day. Okay? Minimum 3, maximum 5. Whoever has the most units at the end of the month, $500 in Barstool cash on the Sportsbook app. Get ready for football season. This works. We like this. We'll bump it up to 1,000 in September. We'll keep going. So it's going to
go up to 1,000 in September. So just 500 for August.
We're going to do 500 for August. See how we like it. See how we like this competition. Just kind of ease in the water. $500. And then maybe as we go forward, as we flesh out this idea, maybe in September you guys can start betting on your horse on this show. You can bet on who you think would win.
Ooh,
we can flesh that out later.
Okay,
but
I like that.
We're starting this idea, 500 to the winner on this show, 500 in Barstool Cash or on the Sportsbook app. So there we go.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it too.
That's not a belt.
So it's 3 to 5 picks a day, and this is included for Saturday and Sunday too. I just want to be transparent on this.
It's the month.
So every day. Okay. And so when football season comes,
okay, we'll talk about.
Yeah, you're right. You're saying we'll evaluate.
I thought that obviously, but then I knew we'll
figure it out.
This is a reasonable show.
It'll evolve.
Obviously, in a month on a Monday night when there's only one game.
Yeah, it'll very, very, very much evolve. All right, let me get a couple more. There was one guy who wanted to talk about college football. Didn't Jake already call? I already got Jake. Didn't I talk? Oh, that's the guy that called back. Well, Jake, you already got a shot. I got to give somebody else a shot.
While you're figuring that out, I want to mention how absurd I saw the Scherzer trade. How the hell did the Dodgers have Scherzer, Kershaw, Walker Buehler, and Trevor Bauer on the same team?
And they got Trey Turner. Trey Turner is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
awesome.
Anyway,
I literally was saying it yesterday. He's one of the. We and Marty were both saying he's one of the most slept-on players in baseball.
Taylor in Tennessee, go ahead.
Hey guys, love the show. I think a super easy pick is Dak Prescott for NFL comeback player of the year. Think about all the old quarterbacks who have came through, got hurt, came back the next year and won the award. I've seen it at plus 200, and I think it's a really good pick. So let me know your thoughts.
Yeah,
thanks, guys.
I love it. The odds aren't great. I think it's plus 175 maybe. On the Barstool Sports app, I might be off. Might be plus 250. Not really a whole lot. You got Saquon Barkley, who would be coming back too.
The Wentz foot injury hurts him on it because that was a lot of people thought Wentz in Indy was going to be big.
Yeah, that could have been a good one too. But yeah, Dak Prescott, if he resumes even 3/4 of what he was doing last year, he would probably be a shoo-in for this because he was putting together. I don't know. He probably wouldn't have won it because the defense was bad. They were 1-3, but he was putting together an offensive MVP caliber season individually.
Yes.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Also, Saquon might not be back week 1 either. So
let me get one more here.
Definitely helps Dak's cause.
Then we'll do our picks. Jed in Tennessee. Why is everybody in Tennessee?
Tennessee Jed, nice. Grateful Dead song.
There we go, Mincy. I've got a couple of props for y'all on Tennessee Titans today. I'm going over 9.5 wins for the Titans this year with the Wentz injury. That makes that a more sure pick. And then I'm also going over A.J. Brown, 1,200.5 total yards. Having Julio Jones will open him up. He's finally fully healthy. Brandon, I know you hate that pick. Shout out to Mincy.
I do.
Let's go Titans.
I gotta ask. I mean, how can adding a number 1 receiver make the new number 2 receiver's yardage go over plus 1,200?
My thing on it,
you can't double them both.
Well,
yeah, but 12, that's a lot of fucking yards.
But they run.
But there's extra game, Brandon.
There's a lot. Yeah, you're right. It's still a lot of yards.
17 games.
I love A.J. Brown, but my thing with Tennessee is that offense runs through Derrick Henry. And they're going to still feed him the ball a crap ton, and then they run all the play action and rollouts. And even with, adding Julio Jones, it's not like they're going to throw it 40 times a game. The reason it has worked there is because of the run-pass balance and how efficient they've been. And even with Julio, I don't know that they're going to change that.
That being said, Vince, there's something to be said for shelf life on a running back, right? And if you think you've only got so many bullets in the gun, maybe it's time to, instead of giving him, I don't know how many carries he gets. Let's say he gets 200 carries a year. Maybe it's time to bump that down to 150. Maybe it's time to try to stretch this thing out a little bit for Derrick Henry.
I usually would agree with that because there's so many stats and logic that say that. But I almost think he's just indestructible. I've just never seen anything like it. He's never been hurt. Gosh, I shouldn't say that. But, but he literally, he's like literally like the Tractorcito thing, and then he picks up as it gets colder. He gets better. He seems like one of those high-volume guys that really wouldn't be as successful if you gave him 10 carries. Like, the beauty of him is giving him 25.
Well, that's what I was going to say is that he usually gets – obviously, he gets a lot of carries all the time. He actually ends up leading the league in carries, but he gets a big chunk of them at the end of the season. Like, in the beginning, they usually kind of – not wean him in, but he's usually not getting 35 carries week 2.
Somebody with a counterpoint, Calvin Ridley had a ton of yards for the Falcons. Yeah, they also didn't have Derrick Henry.
And they also were losing and playing from behind and throwing. Matt Ryan throws it 40 or 45 times a game. And I just – Tannehill has been unbelievably efficient, but, like, they don't – it's not like an air raid.
All right. Big F. You got to start it with the picks. You've been leading us throughout the month. You say you're limping to the finish. Well, the finish is here. The finish is tomorrow.
Back-to-back 1 in 3 days.
All right, give it to me.
So this is what we got. We got Yankees minus 1.5 with this new lineup. I had to do it. It's homer. I don't care. I had to do it.
It's very homer.
They're playing the Marlins.
Well, y'all bet the Yankees every goddamn
They're
day.
playing the Marlins.
But I'm fine with it. Look,
you always say that,
it's
but I
minus
don't.
money. It's minus money. It's fine.
You always say that, but I don't.
Yeah. I'm all good. It's all good.
They were on the Cardinals money line. I've been on them a ton the second half of the year. I'm on the Giants money line. The Nationals line is not out yet, but I'm going to be on them when the line comes out.
Why?
I just feel good about it. Oh, they're playing the
Cubs.
They're playing the Cubs. That's why.
So I looked.
That was why. I just think this is it's hard for a team like the Cubs to get up for a game like that after you lose just like staple guys. It's like Chris Bryant's also going to get traded.
They just lost Scherzer and Trey Turner.
But Scherzer just pitched.
I know.
Schwarber was hurt.
Okay, but
Schwarber was hurt. Scherzer just pitched. They lost Trey Turner.
I went chasing. I didn't know the schedule, so I wanted to bet against the Cubs. I wanted to bet against the Nationals today, and they're playing each other.
I'm going Nationals. I also just think they're a better baseball
The way
team.
I'm betting against both of them, Cubs Nats under 9. John Lester going Cubs Nats under 9.
Is that official? Because when I know I didn't have the line on it when I looked. I didn't care it was starting.
It was on the book earlier.
Okay, so then Lester it was undecided.
Twins when Barrios didn't pitch anymore.
I know that. Just relax.
Yeah.
Just let me handle my business.
Okay.
Red Sox money line plus 120, and TJ, please take the Twins money line off because I thought it was a showcase game for Barrios. I thought, okay, they're going to trade for somebody's going to trade for him tomorrow, but he's already been traded. He's off. I'm assuming the Twins, whatever they do. Twins money line is off. So I've only got 2 picks. Cubs Nats under 9. Please give me football very soon. Give me something other than fucking baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Mintz, go ahead.
I had the Twins on my card. I'm yanking them as well. I'm going to replace them with the Padres laying a 1.5, which is even money. They're at home against the Rockies. Why not? Reds plus 118, going with Lance Lynn laying the 1.5 at home against Cleveland. And I've got the Giants at home against the Astros. It feels like the Giants still aren't. Nobody ever respects them, and they keep winning. And then I'm adding over on the Jacksonville at 6.5 wins at plus 118.
Yeah, I got to go put that in so I can tweet out the slip. What was I about to ask you, Ben? When do you think that we'll get news of Derrick Henry's season-ending injury? Since you said that?
Yeah. I know.
Do you think it'll happen today?
I
think it'll happen tomorrow?
I said that. I was like, oh, man. Yeah, especially after the Burrow thing last year.
Wait, you hurt Burrow last year?
No, during that Redskins game, literally I tweeted out in the middle of the first quarter he was taking shots. I was like, I don't see how Joe's going to be able to survive with all these hits he's taking, and then he tore his ACL.
You are something
No,
else.
Brady, yeah, big cat
Then
snap.
literally got his knee just ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad.
But you did win me a national championship, so I appreciate that. National champs. You like my national championship shirts?
Man,
How about my
it's one of those things I can't say. I don't know.
Mitzi, just say they stink.
How about my maroon and white?
They're the ugliest pieces of shit you ever see.
How about my maroon and white shoes?
I don't like them, but the problem, it's hard to talk smack. Like the national championship thing shuts up. It makes the smack talk
Look
difficult.
at that. My Mississippi State socks. You like those Mississippi State socks right there?
I mean, no.
There we go.
I hate maroon.
It's progress.
But it's very hard in like the world of the smack talk thing. The natty card is very hard to go against.
Yeah.
Like I tried to chirp at Stephen Shea even after the Bucks won the Super Bowl. It just doesn't.
Yeah, that's
it doesn't work. It doesn't.
You can still hate it, though.
Yeah, you just look them dead in the eyes and say, fuck you.
Yeah, well, I have no love lost for the maroon Brandon's wearing, but the natty thing was
a championship should only, that hatred should just burn even more, even deeper.
Next year when the fans will be even more insufferable after natty. I'm quite sure of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, fuck y'all. Anyway, that's a good week of Pick Central. Thank you for everybody that calls. We're getting the calls better. It's good. I like you guys. Chat Boys. # Chat Boys. Thanks for being here.
Chat Boys.
And yeah, we'll be back next week. The Yak is up next. We'll see what's going to happen.